Hello Commanders, welcome to the command table. I am Mathermar and we are going to be taking you through battles 366 through 370 of the journey. So we are going to be completing the Divine Sanctuary with this set and we'll get right to it, but first, if you would be so kind as to like, subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, be sure to hit that notification bell. Also, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those below. Alright, let's get Divine Sanctuary done. Here comes battle 366. We have a group of assassins, 2 groups of archers, 2 druids, a valkyrie, a monster hunter, 2 giant toads, some direwolves, and a brute. So when I first saw this, my first instinct was that I cannot do much with freeze right here because there's the direwolves and the brute. So I kind of steered clear of freeze. My next thought was, okay, that's a lot of heavy health units. Even the direwolves have a lot of health. So let's do percentage-based damage. So I plugged in the Ember Fiend. Then I noticed, okay, we've got these assassins in the back. How do we resolve those? So since I have my Thorn Guards up front, I decided I would use a Crystal Spire and a Freezing Trap. Same amount of points and equally as effective. So they're going to pop over, hit the freeze trap, be revealed, and the Crystal Spire can burn them down. I've got my 2 sets of assassins that are going to start work, one on the archers, and the other one's kind of right here in the middle. They're going to be taking out the healing units and the archers and then moving forward from there. So that's not going to leave a whole heck of a lot once we resolve all of this, because assassins are accounted for, archers and healers are accounted for. All that's going to be left are these heavy health units, so they're just going to run into this wall of Thorn Guards with a Battle Drummer to mitigate the damage, while the Ember Fiend just does percentage-based damage to burn them down. Okay, so here goes. Okay, those assassins are going to freeze, get burned down. My assassins clear out all those healers, and they take the Monster Hunter down for good measure. And you'll notice those high health units, just their health just ticking away with that burn damage. Didn't even lose a Thorn Guard in that whole process. Alright, moving on to 367. Okay, I have the note about the Risen Warriors. I managed to have a slow Power Stone on there from something else I was doing, and I forgot to take it off. So you may want to double check your Power Stones every so often. And the theory behind this one, we're going to do the trick again where we have our units far enough away from this untamed beast to where it's going to gravitate to these non-nature units on its side. So it's going to zip up there and start beating the crap out of its own team. I've got these assassins to take out the Frost Wizard because that's the only real ranged unit on that side. So I have all of my ranged units way in the back here, and all that melee is going to get drawn in by these Plague Bearers and get stuck in these entangling roots and have to run all the way through here to get to this long-range contingent in the back. I've got the freezing trap there to account for the untamed beast. When it's done up here, it's going to start running through those entangling roots, and it's going to pop that trap and get nuked. So that's the theory behind this one. Another note, Traplight, if anybody from Traplight is watching this, you are aware that Death Knights nullify healing of all units in its aura, including itself. So tagging on a Valkyrie to a Death Knight does nothing. So please don't follow this example. This is not good. Watch this Death Knight. It will take consistent damage and never get an ounce of healing the entire time. So watch for that to occur. Everything else is just grinding through, so the Earth Elementals will go down. But I just wanted to make a note of that. Do not do this. This is bad. Bad Traplight. Okay, let's let it run. Okay, Frost Wizard's going down. Death Knight's taking consistent damage, never gets a single ounce of healing out of that whole mess. Those dire wolves zip through and get brought in by the Plague Bearers and stuck in the entangling roots. Everybody gets plagued, which is also fine. And there we go. Yeah, those Risen Warriors, just to make a point about the Risen Warriors, watch those Risen Warriors. They can't keep up with the Valkyrie because they've got slow. They would have had her down a lot sooner if I didn't have slow. So yeah, don't just, if you're struggling, you might want to double check your power stones every so often. Make sure that you're not making a silly mistake like I just did. Okay, Untamed Beast about to pop that freezing trap and goes down very quickly. And now it's just a matter of grinding through those earth elementals. Now that we're hitting frenzy, those arcane archers are going to shred. So it just takes a couple seconds to burn through the rest. Look at how fast they shoot. And it takes those earth elementals forever to walk through. Alright, game over. Okay, so that was 367. Let's move on to 368. Okay, 368. Okay, for this one, we have a lot of wraiths with a Stormcaller, a Death Knight, 4 Crystal Spires, and an Earth Elemental. So when I saw all this, I thought, okay, the wraiths, they're immune to freeze, they're immune to stun, they're immune to force, they're immune to all these different things, but they're not immune to mind control. So I'm just going to turn them right back around and have them kill their own Death Knight and Stormcaller. So that's my plan. I put this wall of shrooms in the front. They're all just going to run into that, turn right back around, and kill those key units that I'm normally using assassins to take care of. I figured this time around we'll have some of those wraiths get thinned out by flipping to my side and doing some of my work for me. The Risen Warriors are intended to pop over and be right in between the Crystal Spires. Oh, it looks like there's 5. So, yeah, I totally didn't notice the other Crystal Spire. But, yeah, they're going to pop over and kill the Crystal Spires. The crows are going to be stunning them because they're not going to see anything else. The wraiths are going to be mostly invisible. So the first things they're going to target are those towers, and they'll keep them stunned for the duration, which will make it very easy for my cleanup crew to come through, especially since the wraiths will have done most of my work for me. So that's the theory behind that one. It's kind of a chaotic mess, but you should be able to kind of catch the gist of it. Okay, there went the Death Knight and the Stormcaller. All the towers are stunned. Risen Warriors pop right up and knock them down, and then very easy to clear through that Earth Elemental. Alright, 369. Okay, Elemental Conflux. Okay, we have a Stormcaller, Frost Wizard, Shield Bearers, a Freezing Trap. We have an Earth Elemental and an Untamed Beast, an Ember Fiend, a Phoenix, and a Molten Armor. So all kinds of stuff going on here. I decided what I'm going to do is put all of my units so far away that, again, the Untamed Beast is just going to run after the closest non-nature units that are there. So it's not going to attack the Stormcaller, but it will attack the Frost Wizard and the Shield Bearers. Then it'll come up this way and attack whatever's up here. So my thought here was I want to eliminate the Ember Fiend. That's something that I am not thrilled about because that could end up catching my back line. And we'll let the Untamed Beast do a lot of our work for us. The Earth Elemental is easy enough to get through. What we're going to end up seeing here is the Phoenix is going to pop back up. We're going to have the Untamed Beast and the Earth Elemental in the end. And all those nature units are going to be coalesced around this Monster Hunter that does 300% damage to nature units. So I've got a Valkyrie tucked up here that you can't really see. That's going to keep this Monster Hunter trucking the whole time. So these archers, they're there just to knock out the heavy health units from a range. And I think that pretty well covers it. So we're going to remove the Stormcaller, remove the Valkyrie, whatever else the assassins get, they get. And let's let it play out. Okay, Stormcaller down. The Frost Wizard manages to freeze my assassins, but the Untamed Beast finishes the job for me. The Molten Armor wasn't able to run to my ranged group because it re-aggroed onto the Monster Hunter. And now here you see those 3 units were all coalesced around the Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is only level 3. you only need 5 shards, I think, to get it to level 3. So the real secret to using units like the Monster Hunter at level 3 is having a very powerful Valkyrie. And the Valkyrie in this instance is level 8 with level 1 Enhance Power Stone. Alright, we've got 2 strategies for 370 for you. This one, I just thought I'd have some fun with it, and bomb trains are such a huge deal right now, especially for Jormag. He's kind of the one that you use the bomb trains for all the time. There are bomb train strats for both Volcanus and Lesher. My thought here was that I would just have some fun with this and just blow them up. I realize not everybody's going to have this level of bombs. It doesn't take much to level up, to level 5 or 6. So if you can do it, do it. It's a really easy strat if you want to try. But these last 2 bombs need to be, I think, level 6 in order to take out Lesher. So yeah, you can use these unit levels for everybody else, but these 2 need to be upgraded, as you'll see. So this one was just for fun. I just wanted to see if it could be done. There goes the Devourer, there goes Volcanus, there goes Jormag, and there almost goes Lesher. So a couple upgrades on those bombs and this map would be super duper easy. So I just wanted to share that one with you, but the way I actually did it, for reals, is I took 1 bomb bot just to clear out that Devourer so that I have a clear run straight through here and I don't split. Then I've got my squad down here. I've got 3 Warhounds, Dire Wolves, a Barrier Monk, and I think there's a Drummer in there and a Paladin. So I put the Paladin and the Drummer right up front because everything else is going to run faster than them. So I need the Paladin and the Drummer to be right up here as those units run past them so that they can be insulated by their auras and buffed. So we're going to come through, kill Volcanus first, and then work our way around. So let's let it run. Okay, Devourer goes down. Volcanus, you'll notice he takes out about 1/3 of the health of those Warhounds. The Drummer doing most of the heavy lifting there, and then the Paladin just keeping everybody topped off. I decided to run him through the bottom because, as you saw, Jormag will freeze the Paladin and the Drummer, so that complicates things more than any of the other bosses would. So I figured I'd save Jormag for last. Anyway, that takes us to the Whispering Ruins. Thank you for watching. Divine Sanctuary down. Please do like and subscribe, and check out thecommandtable.com where we have tutorials, raid strats, and in the near future we'll have merchandise and a comic strip. Thanks for watching. We'll have more for you soon.